Hi guys, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. So last time was quite eventful. We found the witch that Ciri had quarrelled with. It turned out to be Keira, who's a member of the Lodge of Sorceresses. But, well, hang on. Let me rephrase that. We found the witch that was situated near Midcopse. It was Keira, member of the Lodge of Sorceresses, but as it turned out, she wasn't the witch that Ciri had quarrelled with. However, she did give us the lead. Some mysterious elf had asked about an ashen-haired woman, which we now have confirmed was Ciri. Would you mind shushing for a second? I'm trying to talk to people. Thank you. But we had to go through, to establish that, we had to go through some caves where the elf was hiding out, and the wild hunt was a step ahead of us. They were actually there as well, so it was a bit of a cat and mouse chase. We managed to get to the do you know what, this guy's annoying me. I'm just gonna ride off now. So anyway, oh, I think I just did Axie on Roach. Whoops. Well, I've lost my train of thought. So yeah, so we worked our way through the caves and we got to the elf's laboratory, where a member of the wild hunt was waiting for us. We fought him and killed him, and then we discovered that the elf wants Ciri to meet him where they last met up together, wherever that is, and that she's to beware the crones of Crookback Bog, which it turns out may have been the witches that she quarrelled with. So we're going to have to go there at some point. Right now, we've left Keira for the time being. And what we're going to do now is, what are we going to do? Blah, 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 blah. We're in Overton. Just done a bit of buying and selling. We're going to go here because there's a little side quest here. And it takes 5 minutes. And I want to get that done so I don't forget about it. And then we're going to do some... We're going to tidy up some of our quest log. And we're going to come back up here where we came into Velen. And we're going to do the Woodland Beast quest, which I will read just as soon as we've finished this one here. So that's the plan. So which way have I got to go? This way. Oh, we'll go straight past the people I've just been talking about. Come on then, Roach.
Gotta go to the woods again.
Wait, that's not right. That's heading back into Overton. How's that working out? Oh, it's on the other side. No, I'm better off following the road, aren't I? And then taking the second left, and then first right. Okay.
Aye. And I swore to bring an offer.
What is it you give the ladies as thanks?
You'll find out soon as you need their help.
Yeah, as far as Keira's concerned, she helped us get through the cave even, and she wants us to go and visit her at some point. She's got no doubt a number of tasks for us to do for her. Oh, hang on.
Giddy up.
Got some wolves. Are they coming at us? Let's get prepared just in case. Beast oil, that's the ticket. Do a bit of Quen. Get Igni ready, and also, have I got a decoction or do I need to meditate? I haven't got a decoction at the moment. The only one I've got is Noon Wraith. Significantly limits the duration of knockdown, hypnosis, stun, and blindness. Don't think I'm going to need that with wolves. Oh, they're all over the place. Look at this. Come on in. Let's have it. Oh, Jesus. Aha, you hit each other. Gutted. I know there's some more over there. They seem to be keeping their distance, though. Oh, maybe not. Damn it, did the timing wrong there. Roach, where did I leave you? Oh, there's more over there. Well, if they stay away from me, I'll stay away from them. One thing I do want to check before we go any further. I haven't checked my glossary entries to see if there's anything new. Nothing there. What about characters? Ah, the mysterious elf. It turned out not only Geralt was looking for Cirilla, also on her trail a mysterious elven mage. Like the Witcher, he had gone to Keira Metz to inquire after Ciri's whereabouts. During this conversation, he also revealed he had kept a hideout in the ruins near the village of Midcopse. Geralt decided to follow up on this lead, though he was not able to establish the mysterious mage's identity. He did learn that he had been travelling with Cirilla some time before, and the Wild Hunt was after him as well. So Lord knows what these two did. I mean, we know that the Wild Hunt has always been after Cirilla because of her powers, and apparently the Lodge of Sorceresses were also interested in her for that reason as well. Where the mysterious elf comes into play, that I don't know just yet. Okay, here we are.
Slower.
The old god demanded 6 sucklings. You didn't bring but a single scurvy runt. No wonder he cursed us. We're doomed.
You's the one brought soured wine. Curse is your fault as much as mine.
Well, as long as you agree there is a curse at least. Alright, Dagmar, talk to me. What's going on?
What are you doing here?
What? The sun flying from the moon? We're making offerings to the All-God, clearly.
You too can seek his aid. That's if you got fitting offerings. He scorned ours, then cursed the old village.
Tell me more about this All God.
The All-God, you call him. First I've heard. Is some new deity?
Nay, 'tis ancient, revered by our forefathers. They say it were like this. Roslav of Oriton came here to gather brushwood. Suddenly, for no reason, a bush burst into flame. Then, Roslav heard a voice from the ground, demanding offerings and obedience.
We've been coming here since then, bearing gifts, in exchange for which the All-God watches over us, keeps us from evil.
Mm-hmm. Plain to see that.
Yeah, I was going to say, if you're cursed, he's not doing a very good job of it, is he? What was wrong with your offerings?
So, what's wrong with your offerings?
You needn't mock us, you can see right well we brought scraps. Before the war, I wouldn't give this such to me hounds. But what can we do? Such are the times.
And they're like to get worse. All-God said if he don't get a rafter of bacon and a barrel of beer at least, the rivers will fill up with frogs and locusts or some such will devour the harvest.
Would you like me to have a chat with this All God?
I could intercede on your behalf with this All-God of yours. Got a feeling we'd come to an understanding.
Well, I suppose it can't hurt to try. To speak with him, you have to stand before the altar and cry out, "All God, help a poor wretch in need." Who knows, he might just listen to a foreigner.
Okay. Worth a shot. Where do I do that?
Nahal in his eye. Ought to use it. Oh, All-God, help a poor wretch in need. Pretty please.
How dare you disturb my divine rest, mortal?
I dare disturb it because I want your divine self to lift the, curse you cast. Those peasants really don't have.
They must bring worthy offerings or they shall face drought, driving hail, earthquakes, avalanches. I have spoken.
Avalanches? Here? Huh. How would that work? No answer from the All-God. Fine. We can finish our conversation when I find him. Voice came from underground.
Yeah, they're not exactly nearby mountainous ranges for for an avalanche to really take effect. A greedy god. Let's have a look. In the backwoods of Velen, Geralt came across an altar and next to it 2 troubled villagers. When asked the source of their worries, the peasants told Geralt the deity they worshipped, the awe-inspiring All-God, had rejected the offerings they had brought him. The Witcher was not a particularly God-fearing individual, yet nevertheless promised that it intercede for the peasants with their deity. Okay.
Something here. Where's that artifact Keira gave me?
Yeah, that was another side effect of our little trek through the cages with Keira. We managed to get Nihanali's, I think it's called, eye, and what it does, it dispels illusions like this. Which is handy, as you can see. Whoa, look at this guy. Okay, no cutscene kicking in, so I guess I'm free to loot with abandon. Oh, no, maybe not. Got too close.
What? Who dares disturb my divine being?
Geralt of Rivia. Pleasure. Expected the All-God to be corporeal in form, but never thought he'd be corpulent. Fattened up nicely at those peasants' expense.
Expense? Expense? Not a word about the help I give in return. Blessings, absolutions, enlightened advice. Believe me, these folks need all of it. I'd watch over them still if they fulfilled their end. But lately they offer these pathetic scraps.
That they steal from the mouths of their children, and to make matters worse, you cast a curse on them.
And I'll not lift it till they bring me worthy offerings. I'm to settle for curds and whey? Not a chance. And you can tell them that.
How long have you been here?
Been in this hole long?
For a century or so. One winter I found shelter here. Built a fire so large the flames leapt through the crack. Lit the bushes above. I coughed from the smoke. And suddenly heard a peasant. A voice out of nowhere, he called. A miracle. Thus, I became a god.
Parasite, more like.
Maybe so. But what of Freya and the Little then, Demanding prayers and offerings, giving naught in return? I talk at least.
Okay, I'll give you that, but you're not a god, are you? Let's see. I think you need to settle for humble offerings or die.
Listen here, lard ass. You're gonna be satisfied with what you get, or I'll feed you to the ravens.
Plowing reformers. No, fine, fine. I'll sup more modestly. But just till the end of the war, not one day longer.
I've got to talk to the peasants, so it looks like we've reached an accord. Oh, hello, got ourselves a book and I saw an oil there. Radovid V the Stern, the hard slog to greatness. Which brings us to the epithet of the current ruler of Redania, the Stern. Allow me to diagnose the causes and consequences of this appellation. Firstly, the seeds of Radovid's sternness were surely planted in his childhood. When Radovid was born to King Vizimir and Queen Hedwig in 1255, his care was immediately entrusted to Philippa Eilhart, the court sorceress. While none dared question if she was fit for the role of tutor, few now envisioned her as having been a warm caretaker to a young child, and whatever harsh lessons she gave Radovid clearly left a lasting mark. The next step on Radovid's path to becoming the Stern? The death of his father when Radovid was but 13 years of age. Though rumour has it father and son barely knew one another, the mere fact of being thrust into one's inheritance at such an early age and in such murky circumstances must have had an hardening effect. Finally, the Regency finished schooling Radovid towards becoming the Stern. Led by Sigismund Dijkstra of Tretogor, the Regency Council imparted upon Radovid a style of politics seeped in Dijkstra's aggressive, no-holds-barred reason of state first principles. Such are the causes of Radovid's temperament. Now on to the consequences. Most manifestations of his fierce manner are well known. However, a few illustrative examples might prove useful here. They include his summoning of the Order of the Flaming Rose to be his armed enforcers, his later support for the witch hunters in their zealous cause, and finally there is the massacre at Loch Moyne. Yet it is in the fight against Nilfgaard that Radovid had proven himself truly the Stern. While the forces of other realms disintegrated in the face of the Empire's onslaught, he has strengthened his own realm and taken command of the joint armies of the North. Whatever their opinion of him before, all clear-eyed observers now agree. Radovid V, known also as Radovid the Stern, is the North's last bulwark against Emir's expanding power. So there you go, a little bit of background story on the other side of the war. We've already met Emir. In fact, he's the reason we're in Velen in the first place. We have yet to meet Radovid though. Yet. Oh, Jesus. Alright dudes, I've spoken to you, God.
Anything new?
Yeah, I talked to you, all God.
Talk to your old god, face to face.
And? Will he show us mercy?
He will. Promise to be pleased with whatever you bring.
I told you the All God's merciful understanding. Thanks, Witcher.
Did you know there's a crypt below?
Oh, one last thing. Did you know there's a crypt beneath this hill? Might want to take a look sometime. Architecture's fascinating.
And that was that. Right, so it's defaulted to the Bloody Baron quest, which we don't want to do just yet. Because we were going to do Woodland Beast first, I believe. Yeah. Okay, so monsters, like men, each have their own individual tastes and preferences. According to legend, dragons like to savour the delicate notes of virgins, while ghouls delight in the powerful flavours of rotting flesh. In the woods outside Novigrad, meanwhile, a beast had cropped up with a predilection for Redanian transport wagons. Not surprisingly, the captain of the nearby guard post did not appreciate this culinary choice and put out a bounty on the monster's head. Now, I may need to go back to Overton, or maybe head to here, in order to fast travel back up to Hangman's Tree and make our way to the commander we need to speak to. Yeah, let's head to the marker I've put down and see if there's a fast travel point there. Uh oh. Well, our leftover wolf. Come on then. Oh, behave. He didn't come anywhere near you. You big baby.
Come on.
Come on. Okay, that was a bit weird. Okay, here we go. Whoops. Oh no, this is Overton again, isn't it? No, maybe not. Clay Witch. Okay. The important thing is it has a fast travel point, so let me just get rid of the marker. Oh, it's also got a blacksmith. Oh. Who's not here? and not home, apparently. Alright, well, you know. Oh, here we go. Okay, so teleport to the Hangman's Tree, and then we'll make our way down to the commander. Ooh, I love the way that echoed then. Roach, you're standing in a field full of rabid dogs. You were moaning about wolves a second ago. Come on. Right, we know this route because we've done it once before. He says, missing his turning straight away.
That's it, Roach.
Right, ignore the bandits. We don't want anything to do with them right now. Already cleared that area out. We don't need to tangle with them. There's nothing to be gained from it. Excuse me, guys. Coming through. Coming through. I hope he's asleep.
Master Witcher, there's an elven burial ground in the caverns nearabouts mid-copse.
Yeah, you don't have to tell me. I already know. I've been there, done that.
You decided passes, not done with it.
I advise you well. Steer far afield of Spitfire Bluff.
Not so fast, Roach.
Spitfire
Faster.
Bluff? What's that?
Come on now.
Right. No, it's a witch hunt. Here we go.
Huh? What do you want?
I'm here about the notice.
Hear about the notice. Got monster trouble?
Trouble? Good one. We're not having trouble. We're up shit fucking creek. Some shaggy fuck knows what sitting in the woods attacking every ploughman transport that dares take the high road. We need out to bolts, arrows, rations, all around fucked. Sent a patrol out. Blokes never came back. So the job's simple. Bring me the fucker's head, and I'll give you gold. As much as the notice says. I'm not gonna haggle. Quartermaster won't budge. But I can throw in a pass that'll get you across the Pontar. So, deal?
Sounds fair. See what I can do.
Okay, examine the site where the transport was attacked using your Witcher senses. Catchy tune.
One of the Baron's men, are you?
Move it! Come
Okay.
on now.
Now we're out of the crowd, we can pick up speed. Whoa, wasn't expecting that turn. Picked up a bit too much speed too quickly. Oh no, I've been here before. This is where the kids were, wasn't it?
Let's
With
go.
the dog outside. Alright, Roach, I'm going to leave you here for a bit. I'll be back. Oh. Alguls. Oh, they're necrophages. Oh, damn it. Still don't have a decoction on. I need to meditate. Whoa, what happened there? Ooh. Wow, I think those spikes were hurting me as much as I was hurting him. Let's try that again. Maybe hit him from a distance this time.
What now, you piece of filth?
Or from behind, that works. Gotcha. Okay, plenty of things to look at. Anything to loot? No. Doesn't look like it.
Clawed and gnawed. Necrophages fed here. But all the wounds they inflicted are post-mortem.
So something killed them all first.
Looted bare. Either someone stole the cargo after the monster attack, or our monster collects military paraphernalia.
I suspect that's unlikely. Is there anything else? Or these are all going to be... Oh, hang on.
Look like claw marks. But here, an arrow. Shaft's broken off right at the skin. Footprints. A survivor? Either that or the monster's a humanoid.
So we're looking for a monster in humanoid form that knows how to fire arrows.
I should follow these tracks.
Doesn't sound likely, does it? Marvellous. What we got there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 drowners. And I'm going to walk straight through the middle of them, yeah?
I want to look around some.
I might want to deal with this lot first. Whoa. Oh, finally they take me. Okay. Yes, I got tagged, but at least there was no harm. Right, let's see what we got here. Hornwort, okay. Ah, here we go. Pick up the trail again.
One step more and you'll gain a new hole in your head, Dwan. What do you seek here? Speak!
Need to talk to your commander.
Need to talk to your commander. It's important.
I don't trust you.
Figured as much when I saw your bow aimed at me. Still have me in your sight. And I'm just not prone to doing stupid things. I can assure you of that.
I'll be assured when you hand me your weapons. Come on, your swords. Drop them, and I'll take you to Venosio.
Venosio, there's the name. Fine, lead the way.
Fine. Lead the way.
That gun. Strange. No monsters trouble us.
Might not trouble you, but the Redanians are convinced something prowls these woods. Hired me to kill it.
Well, they're mistaken. It's not the first time. There's no monster here. Your work is done.
Depends on your perspective.
Men have died.
Soldiers have died. Radovid's soldiers, serving the man who torments the Enshe from the Great Sea to the Blue Mountains. Soldiers who joined in massacres, tortured our brothers, raped our sisters. I shan't cry for them. And will not stop attacking those transports. We must eat, same as you. So you've a choice. Leave now and forget what you've seen, or die.
I can't let these guys carry on because they're killing innocents. Well, I mean, you know, it's all relative because there's war. But yes, they must eat the same as everyone else, but everyone else isn't killing people in order to do it. You know, there's ways and means. They're just... It sounds like they're using that as an excuse to carry on attacking the transports rather than actually doing something about it. But on the other hand, I am weaponless right now, so I'm going to let them get away with it until I get my weapons back, and then I shall have to stop them in a way only witches can. So for now, do as you will.
Do what you will. I'm not about to get involved.
Give him his things, and toss in something for those transports. Wise decisions should be rewarded. Vafail.
A wise decision? Not sure about that. So, two things. First of all, we need Hangman's Venom, because they're humanoids. We still haven't got a decoction. We're going to have to sort that in a minute. And let's just... Oh, she's sitting down. I can't do that. Wait till she draws a weapon. You on the other hand of arms, so you can take that. Oh, I aimed it at the wrong one. Out of the way, out of the way. There we go. Now I'll get my sword out. Whoa, 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 whoa. Sorry about that. Should have said you'd stop. Enhanced Devil's Puffball. Oh, we picked up a manuscript when we was talking to the All God as well, didn't we? I never did look at that. Right, let's see if any of those swords are better than what we've got. Very much no. Alright, let's leap over to alchemy. We can do an oil and a bomb. What can we do in the oil? The hybrid oil. Excellent. And the bomb. Dancing Star. Destroys monster nests. Oh, we've got two bombs already equipped to do that. At least I assume they both do. Let's have a quick check. Yes, and yes, okay. Right, now we've got to get all the way back to the commander. Okay, so Roach is there. That was not a marker left on Roach, was it? Nope. He's not that far away. Okay, let's run to the horse. Then the horse can run to where we need to go. Ah. Oh, okay. Better check for... Oh, over there, okay. Hello? What do we have here? Oh, it's just more of that horn wall, is it? Uh-oh. Buckthorn. And blood moss. Well, there you go. Picking up all sorts of new ingredients. Blimey, there's loads of stuff around here. Neckar. We got Ogwoid oil yet? don't think we have. Nope, we're just gonna have to wing it. He's got his back to us, excellent. Three more. Oh no, they've noticed. Here we go. Oh, one's going underground, damn it. Got to be prepared for this. There it is. Oh, I missed. Gotcha. I've lost Roach now. Where is... Ah, here we go. Okay, my trusty steed. Take me back to the commander. Oh, watch out for the deer. I don't know what that was. Oh, wild dogs. Yeah, alright. Not going to bother with you. Catch me if you can. Oh, watch out, coming through. Alright mate, I've got good news and bad news. Good news is the job's done. Bad news is it wasn't a monster.
You're back, finally. Did you get the beast?
What do you mean,
No
finally?
beast to speak of in the woods. Just elves from a Squoyat's hellband that attacked the convoys. Here, they're squirrel tails.
Squoyat, you say? And I thought we'd exterminated the last of those vermin. And the non-humans left and wised up. Well, seems we'll need to pacify them again. Make a list of all the long ears around and hang every 10th one. That should do it.
Yeah, definitely.
I see you would have a mind on this. You're a good man. Here, the gold I promised you. And the pass. Good luck.
You're lucky I like to keep myself out of this.
Watch your step.
Alright, level 7. So what we're currently upgrading our tolerance, are we? Yep. That's that done. Good. So what's next on the agenda? I think it might actually be Bloody Baron. That's level 6. I don't think we've got anything else the same or lower than that. Oh, we have. Invitation from Keira Metz. Let's do that. Geralt and Keira's journey to the Elven Mage's lair had forged a tight bond between them. The kind, harrowing life or death experiences forged between soldiers at war or students during exam week. And so when it was all over, Keira invited Geralt to stop by her hut sometime in a way that suggests she did not mean for an afternoon of tea and crumpets. I say indeed. Right, she's in mid-cops though, isn't she? Which is all the way over here. We'll have to go back to the Hangman's Tree and fast travel from there.
Come on.
So if I cut across here till I get to the road, oh no, there's the road there, let's just get on it.
You'll regret your mum ever squirted you out.
Nice! You class act you. Right, there's the hangman's tree.
Not so fast, Roach.
And we want to go to here. What's our inventory looking like? Should we do a bit of shopping beforehand? It's not too bad. There is a blacksmith here. We could do repairs. Actually, we might want to meditate and get our decoction back as well.
An amulet, a bazaar, some tortoise shells.
No, just shopping, just browsing.
What else you have on offer?
Corpse teeth and kidney stones. Tried remedies for trying times.
Okay, so we've shopped here before, so they're unlikely to have anything we're going to want to buy. Oh, having said that, I will take those because they will come in handy. You're not taking any of that, but you can have raw meat and the tankards and all of this. You are quite well off though, I have to say. I'll come back to you. I need to take that cash off your hands.
So long.
Strip you of the burden of carrying it. And there's the blacksmith.
Went to see the witch again. She's enchanting him.
You ain't safe unless you got a Gabrielle. The auto-crank one-handed Gabrielle ensures you get the first shot and the last word.
Just show me what you got.
Let me have a look at your stock.
Funny enough, he doesn't sell any crossbows. Unless they're... No, he doesn't even sell any crossbows. You all talk, mate. Right, so let's sell him this stuff. We want to get rid of that. All of that. Don't want to get rid of that yet. Sell him some of our... no. Sell him some of our excess rune stones as well. Oh, he hasn't got any money now. Now he does. Can't buy any of them or them. Okay. It's looking a bit better.
So long.
Try to win them all, but you won't.
While we are here... Oh no, actually, let's not do that just yet. Let's not do that either. Let's have a quick power nap. And then... Not that one. Put our decoction back on. Now we'll use that, and I believe... Ooh, don't jump in the fire. You can use this one as well. Great. Okay, now we should go and see Keira.
Wind's howling.
No neckers to bother us on the way there this time. Strip our garden of alchemical goods while we're at it. Cool. Right, let's see what she wanted.
The rats, why did he need them?
Bloody rodents. Better to have stuffed them with a poison, or crushed them into a pulp with a shovel, but no.
Did you see what he did with them?
Who are you talking to? Okay.
Keira, what are you doing?
Geralt. You gave me quite a start.
But nay, the mage, he says, bring me rats and healthy ones. Not something the cat dragged in.
This the lamp from the elf's hideout? And what's this about rats?
Nothing important. I'll explain later. Now tell me, to what do I owe the pleasure?
You wanted to see me. Now we've asked those bottom two questions before. Why do you want a magic lamp?
Why do you want the lamp?
You just witnessed why. To communicate with lost souls.
Didn't know you were interested in that kind of magic.
There's nothing wrong with it.
Why'd the elf promise you the lamp?
We traded for it. He needed powerful magic and sensed I was no common wart charmer. I brewed him a potion. To delay nervous tissue degeneration, stave off memory loss or some such.
Who'd he want to use it on?
He didn't say.
You said you had a request for me?
Mentioned you wanted something from me.
I did, and still do. The Cursed Isle on Lake Windammer. You've heard of it, I'm sure.
The local peasants mumble incessantly about it, about the wraiths that haunt it.
They claim none who go there return.
Why
How'd
go
it come
there?
to be cursed?
That's what I don't know. I must break this spell, yet I've been unable to identify its source.
Gotta know something.
Scraps. The curse is somehow linked to the tower where Serard, the lord of these lands, took refuge when Nilfgaard invaded. Claims in the village are that peasants, desperate of hunger, sailed to Fyke Isle to beg for food. Met their end there. It was a massacre. So, will you please help me lift this curse? You're so good at these things.
So, Serard had all the peasants killed?
So the peasants who went to the island for food, this lord had them murdered?
The villagers say he had them poisoned.
A real gentleman.
Well, I never met him. But he certainly didn't seem such a cruel man, judging by what a mage from the Isle told me.
A mage lived on the island? Did you know him? Where is he now?
We were friends. Sadly, he died that day as well. Very few survived. Yet even those who escaped the Isle soon suffered agonizing deaths. Strangely, they did not seem to have been poisoned.
Why do you want to lift the curse?
Why are you so intent on this?
I'm not. The local peasantry is. The Isle, miss. You've got to lift the charm. You're a good witch, a great witch. There's no end to it.
See, I thought you didn't care for the locals. The great witch you are.
I failed to lift the curse, and they could conclude I'm not so great. Not enough to conceal me from the witch hunters and risk getting sent to the gallows themselves.
What others think, your image, that's all you care about.
The point is, listen, I didn't flee to these wilds just to stupidly get caught because some boar with grit under his fingernails grows annoyed with me.
Fine, I'll help you.
All right, I'll help.
I knew you'd find it irresistible. Naturally, you'll need to sail to Fyke Isle.
Fine. What then?
Well, the spirits who wander the Isle, you must establish a rapport with them. Don't know how, but they could point us in the direction of the curse's source.
Think they'll be willing to chat?
Of course, provided you take my magic lamp with you. I shall let you keep it afterwards in appreciation. You'll find it quite useful, I'm sure.
Fair enough. Why don't you just come with me?
Can't you just come with me?
I tried to go to Fyke Isle once. Thought my head would burst, the curse's magic was so strong.
Nice of you to send me there.
I experienced an acute nasal hemorrhage. You stand to endure a wobble of your medallion at most. At Aretusa, they trained me to detect even the subtlest magic pulses. This was like getting smacked across my haunches with a grain flail.
Funny. Thought you'd go in for that sort of thing.
Take my boat. I left it on the lake shore near the village.
Should be fit to use, provided rot hasn't eaten it, as it seems to eat everything here.
You're really selling this for me, I tell you. How does the lamp work?
How's the lamp actually work? I mean, do I just rub it, or do I have to do something, magical?
You needn't even rub. Just place it where you find bones and hear whispers. I suppose I should warn you, it might not be the most pleasant experience.
Oh, it gets better and better.
Much. Tell you all about it later. Maybe skip the drastic bits.
You'll need to do neither. I'll give you a Xenovox. It's a bauble that will let us speak over some distance. You will tell me what you see, and I shall tell you what to do and look for.
What's a Excuse me, what's a Xenovox?
Never heard of a Xenovox.
It works just like a megascope, but is far more portable. Think of it as a magic box that talks.
They hard to build?
Extremely. That's why they're so rare. I certainly couldn't build anything like it.
So no chance these Xenovoxes will catch on with every mage using one?
Not the slightest.
Where did you get it?
So where'd you get the Xenovox?
Found it in the mine along with the lamp. Thought it was part of the lamp at first. Didn't realize what I'd actually found until later.
Think it belonged to the elven mage?
Clearly. And I didn't even know the elves used them.
Better hope he doesn't come looking for it then, eh? Probably expects the lamp to be missing, but not that. Okay, guess I'm off.
I need to know anything else before I go?
No, that is all. Oh, go already. I can't wait to see what you discover on Fyke Isle. Just be sure to come and see me afterwards. And Geralt. Thank you.
Well, that's something at least. You have a new quest item. Prepare it for use by placing it in an appropriate slot in the inventory panel and then selecting it from the quick access menu. To use the item, press or hold R1. We've already got it equipped. Okay. Let's just... Oh, I think I just highlighted crossbow bolts. No. Magic lamp. Okay, cool. Now, there was an option...
Just when I was starting to miss you.
There was an option to buy stuff, wasn't there? Yeah, there it is. Oh, wait. Mage from the Isle. What can you tell me about him?
Tell me more about this mage from the Isle. Were you two close?
Never expected you'd take such an interest in my private life.
More interested to know if you bonded, as fellow magic practitioners.
Oh, we had little in common in that arena. Oh, Alexander was one of those anxious experimenters, forever short on sleep. The kind that thinks perfect happiness is an isolated tower and a full set of vials and alembics.
Oh, resisted you then, is what you're saying. Turned you down. What have you got to... no, not what have you got to offer. I'm not going to say that. I'd like to buy something from you.
Bet the old witch who lived here left you a bunch of interesting sundries.
She did indeed. I gather you'd like a look.
Very much so.
I don't remember it ever being mentioned that the previous resident was a witch. In any case, let's get rid of some of these. Much else? Oh, what we got here? 31 ghoul's blood. She is loaded. Look how much money she has. And I'm just selling her bits and pieces. If you haven't seen my previous videos and wondering why I'm selling a specific amount each time, I like to keep 10 of each ingredient just in case I need it, basically. Oops. Sold too many that time. Not sure if I should have sold the alcoholist, but I'm going to get some more as I go along anyway. Doesn't really matter. I had a lot more of this stuff to sell than I thought. Not that she's noticing much of a difference. She's got so much money, it's ridiculous. Oh no, that's not right. I should have sold 14. That's it. Okay. Oh, we've got 3 green mutagens. That means we can do a greater green. Can we not? No, nowhere near. Okay. Well, let's have a look. Not decoctions, oils. What do we need? 4 ergo seeds. Oh, we have got an ogrid oil. Look at that. We need 1 genitea petal and 4 ergot seeds. If you don't mind, Keira. Lodge of Sorceress's book. We haven't read that. We'll have that. What's that one? The Conjunction of the Spheres. We'll have that. Travel between worlds. Okay. Now then, what am I looking for? We need 1 of those. Are these the ergot seeds? Yep, we need 4 of these. Excellent. What about these 2? What do we need? Ekamara hide. We can't get that off of an alchemist, I would have thought. Insectoid oil. Honeysuckle. Okay, let's see if we can get some honeysuckle. That's what that is, isn't it? Yep, excellent. We'll have 1 of those. Ah, Avenaria. Yeah, we'll get that for Petri's filter. There it is. And we have a quick look at bombs. Moon dust. What do we need for moon dust? Quicksilver solution. No, I don't think she'll sell that. Oh, we haven't got Dragon's Dream in order to get the enhanced version of that. Devil's Puffball. Oh, we're missing quite a bit. Okay, I think that'll do for now. There's plenty to be getting on with.
See you, Keira.
Okay, guess we're off to Fyke Isle. And for some reason our quest has gone and defaulted back to the bloody Baron. Ah, that's why. Because an invitation with QMS has been completed and now we've got a new one called a Towerful of Mice. A horrible curse had befallen Fyke Isle and the tower that stood upon it. Half a year prior, Lord Serad had moved his court there, seeking shelter from approaching Nilfgaardian armies. While famine raged all around, the Lord of Velen wallowed in excess and cared not a whit for his suffering vassals. The gods saw fit to punish him, and towards this end, cursed him. One day, a host of mice scurried into the tower and proceeded to devour everything, including Serad, his court, and his resident mage, Alexander. The isle had been haunted since that day, and fishermen feared to sail the lake, putting yet another dent in the already battered local economy. The local peasants thus asked Keira to lift the curse, and she turned to the Witcher for help. Enticed by Keira's charms and her promise of additional rewards, Geralt took on the task. The sorceress equipped him with a magic lamp he could use to commune with dead souls, gave him a firm pat on the rear for good luck, and sent him off to lift the curse. Not quite how I remember it going down, but okay. We've got... Now, we did just buy There are new oils. Fantastic. We did just buy some books off of her. Yeah. Let's have a look at these. The Lodge of Sorceresses. Just as warty, slime-slathered toads croak out into the fetid swamp in search of kindred company, so too do sorceresses seek their own kind, driven to gather and scheme against all that is good and worthy. The coven gathering the worst of them, the nab of those utterly depraved, swollen thick with the pus of magic, was the Lodge of Sorceresses. The first fiends of this lodge were Philippa Earhart, Lady of Monte Carlo, Tris Merigold of Maribor, Keira Metz of Carraris, Margarita Lowe Antil, Shilda Tanseville of Craden, Sabrina Glevzig of Ard Carriger, Frangilla Vigo of Beauclair, Francesca Finderbar and Ida Eman, Elven Women, Acer var Anahid, and Yennefer of Vengerberg. Whew, some names there. On the summit of Bald Mountain they gathered, witches all, to swear fealty to their devils and demons, their masters and lovers, and to promise to bring doom upon those living in peace in the northern realms. 'Twas they who stood behind the murders of Demonvend, King of Adern, Foltest, King of Temeria, and many other noble men besides. 'Twas they who brought about the outbreak of yet another war with Nilfgaard. 'Twas they who sent plague and pox against decent God-fearing folk. Yet take comfort, dear reader, for their deeds shall not go unpunished. Our gracious leader, Radovid, fifth of his name, saw through their lies and swore their deaths as inevitable as they shall be painful. So that sounded like it was written from the perspective of the Eternal Fire, didn't it? The conjunction of the spheres. Scholars have many vices. Possibly the worst among them is a tendency to describe the simple in unnecessarily complex terms, to dress the plain in the garb of false learning. The conjunction of the spheres might serve as an excellent example of this. This name, so mysterious to a commoner's ear, could be replaced with a much simpler alternative. When the worlds collided. The phenomenon itself can also be explained in terms simple enough for a child to understand. I assume he's not talking about us. Imagine, dear reader... Oh, right, he is. Okay. Imagine, dear reader, that our world is a ship sailing on a great sea. From its deck we can see other distant vessels. I'm getting Discworld vibes in my head now. Those are the stars. These vessels each bear their own goods and their own crews. They usually pass us at some distance, barely visible specks, even viewed through a spyglass. Once every few thousand years, however, a storm breaks above this cosmic sea, a storm so strong it tosses the ships towards one another, making them sail cheek by jowl. Part of the crew of one ship can at such times move to another, and some of the cargo from one ship's hold can spill onto a neighbouring vessel. When the weather calms, the ships separate once again and sail their separate, invariably different ways. The so-called post-conjunction beings, namely monsters such as ghouls and basilisks, are precisely such passengers from another vessel, and we humans are castaways, flung against our will from somewhere far away onto a world previously inhabited by the elder races. Once here, we learned the arcane mysteries of magic, unbeknownst to us before. Could the worlds collide once more? Perhaps. Can this cataclysm be avoided, or the opposite, hastened? Some scholars believe there are beings who have mastered this skill, who possess rare genes, allow which some to seize the helm of our vessel and steer us to safer waters or to our doom. I suspect Ciri is one of the people they're referring to there. Lastly, travel between worlds. Oh, these are kind of following on from each other quite nicely. Running through many folk tales is a common motif of travel between worlds. By way of example, think of Orpheus, who ventured into the nether realms to save his beloved Theodore, who, fleeing a hurricane, found himself in the drab and monotonous world of Zo, or Escilla, or Usilla, who tumbled down a ferret hole into a land that had never heard of wonder. Also of this ilk are the many rural legends about people captured by the Wild Hunt, only to return to their homelands after years riding the sky with the spectral cavalcade. Academia has, for the most part, dismissed these tales as mere epiphenomena of human irrationality. Whew. I, on the other hand, always operate on the assumption that a grain of truth lies in every tale, and so have decided to make it my goal to find it. After years of research, I have ascertained with great certainty that travel between worlds was once indeed possible, though only to a select few. The key is the so-called Elder Blood, or rather, to use the scholarly term, the gene of Lara Dorren, the powerful elven sorceress. By comparing her genealogical tables against all known folk tales, I've been able to determine that she and her descendants were the archetype of the world-travelling heroes of many legends. The bearers of Lara's gene possessed an extraordinary talent which allowed them to move through time and space and to reach realms beyond the borders of the known world. The overwhelming majority of them, however, did not know how to control this. It would only manifest itself in extreme situations, pushed out by sudden bursts of emotion or when the bearer's life was at risk. That is how the above-mentioned Orpheus, in shock after the death of his wife, could in fact journey to another world, which he foolishly mistook for the afterlife. The hurricane provided the pressure needed for Theodore, terrorised at home by his zany Uncle N, to unleash his talent and teleport to a world free from madcap antics. And if we read between the lines, we clearly see Escilla was a prostitute and a fistic addict. The ferret hole represents how, when she had reached rock bottom, she whisked herself away to another universe to get sober. Unfortunately for any future Escilliuses, the sad conclusion of my research is this. Lara Dorren's line has been irrevocably cut off. The last bearer of her gene, Cyrilla Fiona Ellen Rhiannon, heiress to the throne of Sintra, died childless many years ago. And we are to assume that that is not the case, because otherwise this whole game is somewhat pointless. Right, so we've got to find Keira's boat. It's apparently in this direction. And travel to Fyke Isle. I don't want to be heading into town. Where's the boat? Oh, okay, we're turning off. Right. Ah, there it is. Make sure there's nothing in the water I need to worry about. Okay. Let's go. This is quite nice, but I wish it was a bit faster. I like that little splashes coming up on the camera.
Geralt, can you hear me? How goes it? Where are you?
Almost there.
Look, you made me jump.
I shall contact you again soon.
Wait, this Xenovox. Can I contact you with it, or is it one way?
One way only, I'm afraid. You'll have to trust my feminine intuition.
Your what?
My feminine intuition!
Wonderful.
Okay, it's been an uneventful journey so far. I think it's safe to say it's not going to stay that way though. Oh no, there we go. Not even out of the boat, I'm already seeing things for me to fight. Who's screaming? Right, rot fiends, that means necrophages.
Geralt? Are you on the Isle yet? Does the johnnyraffs work? Can you hear me?
Oh, what? I can't hear. Great, broke already. Sheesh, short-lived this magic.
What did you say? There's some interference. You must be very careful.
Well, obviously I'm going to be careful. Oh, stop. Well, that works out well. Okay, I'm going to have to be careful. This place is crawling with things I'm going to have to fight, it would seem. Mandrake root, okay. I've only ever seen that in shops. I don't think I've ever harvested it before. Maybe I just don't... I'm not looking in the right places. Oh, there we go. There's a trifecta. We've done the drowners, done the rot fiends, now we've got the ghouls.
Not good.
Ooh, too quick for me. Anyone else? What the hell happened to you?
Wonder what killed them. Doesn't look like the work of necrophages.
Also, the scream we heard was a female, and you clearly are not, or were not. Oh man. That's a lot of enemies. You staying there? You seem to be coming closer. We've got time for you as well. Now this lamp, what we have to do is we have to keep an eye out for green clouds of... hang on a second, let me just get rid of that bee's nest up there. Bee's nest? Hive, rather. Why can't I loot that box? Oh, there we go. Yeah, sorry, with the lamp, if you look for green clouds of... it looks like green clouds of gas, and use the lamp on that, you'll be able to communicate with the dead on the island. And I think that's a mechanic that transfers over to the rest of the game as well. So we'll have to keep an eye out for them. I know of one other instance at least that we used this lamp. I assume there are others, but hey, what do I know? Find out in the fullness of time, I suppose. You staying over there, or are you going to attack? Never mind. Oh, damn it, didn't see him behind me. Attack it is then, apparently. Come on then. Come on. Oh crap, 2 more. Oh, tagged me. Backed up into a tree. Oh, there's another one. Jeez. Need to pay closer attention to my mini-map. Go away. Okay, I believe that's all of them for now. So I know that somewhere around here, before we actually get to the tower, there's an example of one of these green clouds that I was referring to. So that's the way into, in fact there it is right there, right? So that's the entrance to, well, there's the tower.
Looks like rain. Let's try Keira's lamp.
Now, R1 I believe they said, didn't they? Yeah, I thought I had the crossbow equipped. There we go.
They're on to us. They're not letting Graham in.
Quiet, fool. Babylon and the noble himself will hear you.
Nah, he sat his arse on silk pillows, likely be gobbling meat. We've no notion we's coming to tear him to shreds.
Way's clear, lads. Adam!
Well, that supports what oh, there's the fast travel point. Good, good, good. That supports what the locals were saying. Although they did seem somewhat keen to go and kill people. Oh, look what we have here. Oh, duck. Oh, gotcha. She came up. Nice.
Wonder what led them here. Hunger or greed.
Yeah, exactly. The legend or the story that Keira told us was that they came here looking for food. And anyone that turned up got killed. But they... Ooh, very cool. They sounded particularly keen and almost bloodthirsty there. I think there might be more to this story than meets the eye. Oh, who am I kidding? There's more. Let me just tell you, there's more to this story than meets the eye. You have to wait and see what it is. Just quickly run around the outside, looting, as you do. Let me see if we can make that relic oil. Apparently not. Whoops. What are we missing? Oh, okay. Mistletoe. 5 mistletoe. Sure, Keira will be able to provide that. Assuming we don't find it off our own back. Ah, we have another cloud. This optional quest here, you see on the right, use a magic lamp to find ghosts. I never know if I've found them all or not.
Millie, we gotta flee. Quick now. Millie. Millie, what's with you?
I don't know. So, burning. Ah!
What? No. No, stay back.
Don't leave me.
That sounded like it took place after the, what should we call it, siege on the tower. Okay, let's get inside and see what we can see.
Place is full of rats. As many dead as alive. Think they're feeding on...
Look, Geralt, stop. You needn't be so detailed.
Peasants didn't come here to ask nicely.
Yeah, they did seem somewhat organised and determined. Almost like a rebellion, maybe? See what we got here.
Where's that noble? Lying here, quiet as a mouse, head split open like a rotted pumpkin. More like a peasant now, sloshing around in his own blood and shite. Be nothing noble about him. Too quick a death they gave him. Should have been made to suffer. He's not the end of it. Sons can suffer for him, and the daughter. To the top!
See, that's the kind of thing I'm talking about. Coming here to get food because you're hungry is one thing. But coming here to kill...
Many must have died
specifically to kill people, that's a whole nother enchilada. Oh, I remember the first time I did this. That banging noise, it's that door there. It scared the bejeebies out of me because this is a very creepy tower and I thought something was on the other side of it. As it turns out, banging stops as soon as you open the door. Let's just use the lamp to light the way though. Another cloud there.
Rich folk. Doubt I'll ever understand them. Keeping rats in cages like rabbits.
Let him out, maybe? Like to die of hunger if we leave him there.
Did I just...
Rich folk.
Oh, damn it. Well, okay. I need to centralise this so I don't have to move. There
Rich
we go.
folk. Doubt I'll ever understand them. Keeping rats in cages like rabbits.
Let him out, maybe? Like to die of hunger if we leave him there.
I'd sooner burn the vermin. Releasing him's not like to bring no good. Imagine the harm they'd do if they swam back to the village.
Swam? Rats? How do you figure they'd do that?
You needn't fret for him. Clever little bastards. Clever than you.
They seem sluggish to you. Got the mange, maybe? Oh, and that stench!
Well, that kind of semi-explains all the rats. But not exactly what they're doing here in the first place. Ooh, lots of loot. Lots of silver. Okay, now then, let's start ascending the tower to see what we can see.
Don't start, Annabelle. Back to your craft. Always bending my ear about fool peasants. I'll not hear of them again. That simpleton turned your head, but one Graham hardly makes the rest courtly, one and all.
My lord, peasants. They're through the door in the tower.
That's the second time we've heard mention of a Graham. And it won't be the last. Nothing to loot here. Okay. Next. Oh, wait, this there is. I just walked straight past it. Look at this. How creepy is that? Oh. Oh, you Wally. It's the bloody door I came in. Something up there though. Head up. What do we have here? Keeping your chest outside in the rain? Well, you would, wouldn't you?
Gold! Piles of it! Oh, won't do the dead any good now, will it? Strange it's still here. The noble died a time ago. Who's that? Show yourself. Anyone there? Who are you?
The stupid thing about this is that when you loot the thing, you get a worn leather pelt, no gold at all. Now Noble died a while ago. That means he came into the tower after the siege. Malabor Forest. And may have been the reason why everyone thinks the place is cursed, and I'm going to pretend I didn't just hear that banging noise. Let's see this Malabor Forest, see if I can make it. No, I need 2 more Drowner tongues. Drowners are quite populous / annoying. That shouldn't take too long. Oh, there's our friendly spirit again. Okay, guess we found the bedroom. Okay, this time I did walk past something to loot. So busy looking at the friendly spirit Casper. Let's call her Casper for now. I walked straight past his chest. Suppose I could have picked it up on the way back down, but whatever. Oh. God almighty, that was not nice.
Have you got to the laboratory at the top of the tower yet?
I'm at the top. Nothing here that looks like a laboratory.
Then you've not reached the highest level. Look for a passage.
I can hear crying. Oh, what we got here? Handprints. One hidden passage.
Looks like a laboratory. Pretty well equipped too.
So this would be the Mage's lab then. What we got here? The Mage Alexander's log part 2. Why would you call... If you were writing a diary, why would you name it after yourself? Day 346. I never did like rats. Not because of their obscene towels, but rather on account of their lively, disturbing intelligence. They are always listening when a man believes he is talking only to himself. And what's worse, they seem to understand. A few days ago I caught myself talking to one of them, to a particularly large black male with a torn off ear. At first I was overcome by panic. Was this the first manifestation of the illness? Of course that was impossible, for I had fortified my immunity with powerful spells. Upon further consideration I concluded it was an altogether natural reflex, one even the most learned among us find hard to restrain. We mages like to be listened to. I placed the black cat in a separate I placed the black rat in a separate cage. The time will come for it to play a part in the test. Meanwhile, it can keep me company. And observe. I've noticed it looks with great concentration at the cages of its infected brethren, particularly those in the last stages of illness. Fascinating. Speaking of company, I have none besides the black rat, and cannot hope for better. Sirad avoids the laboratory and has expressed his desire for his daughter to steer clear of me as well. At first, I thought he feared a moral scandal, which would be risible in the extreme, but he explained the true reason in due course. It seems Annabelle has always possessed a fragile psychic constitution. Observing the ill might throw her into foul humours. The peasants taking part in the study have stopped speaking to me. I don't know what they believe this little act of defiance will serve. It does me no harm. They made for lousy conversation partners. There remains, of course, the woman, but as for her, I try to limit my contact. I assume by the woman he's referring to Keira. Day 362. So what's this? What was it before? 346. So what, 16 days later? My black rat has died. Today I found him curled up in his cage. I suspected he had become infected on accident, but during the autopsy I did not uncover any signs of illness. He was also perfectly well fed. Strange. From a medical point of view, his death remains unexplained, something which I must admit irritates the scholar in me. But, as mentioned previously, I'm not particularly fond of rats. Golden Oriole? Oh, I can do that one. Grants immunity to poisons. Neutralizes the effects of poisons already in bloodstream. Ooh. Nice. Sure that'll come in handy at some point. Well, this looks delightful.
Experimenting on humans. Never would have gotten away with it if the Conclave were still in charge.
Not sure what the Conclave is, but I believe you. Right, that goes there. I'm going to do last. Oh, here we go. Ah, part 1. Day 237. My experiments continue to return results I must consider unreliable. Methodological errors are not at fault. The problem lies in the shoddy and fallible research material I am forced to work with. Despite his prior assurance, Sirad is unable to provide me with enough moderately healthy specimens for my tests. Most of the material is starved and terrified, having been dragged here straight from the dungeon. I waste a great deal of time daily washing and delousing them before I will so much as let them step foot into my laboratory. Sterility first. As Marty Sodergreen managed to prove in her little-known work, the attitude of a patient undergoing treatment can have a significant impact on the battle against the disease. Unfortunately, the volunteers with which I am supplied do not show sufficient comprehension, let alone enthusiasm for the noble work in which they are taking part. In fact, it seems they consider the research part of their punishment. I've tried a few times, though I am but a poor speaker, to convince them that they are contributing to the eradication of one of the greatest plagues tormenting mankind. I had the distinct impression they understood little, but perhaps their stupor was merely the result of the early stages of the illness. Of course, it is impossible to achieve success without significant sacrifices. The overwhelming majority of them will have to lay down their trifling lives on the altar of learning. That is the sacrifice I am willing to make. Weren't willing to make it yourself though, were ya? See, now if word got back... Potion vial. If word got back these experiments were taking place on the prisoners, then that just gives the peasants a whole nother reason to potentially invade. They knew that their imprisoned loved ones were being killed off in experiments. They might not have come here for food at all. It might have been revenge.
Kept in there until the end. What a shitty way to die.
Marvellous. So the siege took place. These guys weren't freed, maybe? And they just left there to starve to death. Oh, wow. It's a shame it's so foggy. Can you imagine the view from up here? Now, remember what I was saying about stupid places to put a chest? Oh, crap, look at this. Do you know what? I'm just going to do a quick save. Oh. I was going to say, in case I fall off, that kind of stunt is not going to help. Slowly, slowly, slowly. Algal decoction. Ah, we just killed a couple of algals. Look at that, you can see the necrophages down there. I think they were drowners. No sightseeing, just get back inside. There we go. Oh, we can't. Oh, okay, you need lesser red mutagens in order to make it. That's all that we're missing. Huh. The red ones are the rarer kind that there are to get. But ironically, I think algals do produce them. Which is probably how we got the two that we've got in our possession at the moment. Okay, so. Now we can concentrate on this. Annabelle, the daughter. Oh, that bodes well.
Why did you leave? You claimed to love me. I'm cold. Why has no one come for me? I cannot leave this place. I see no way out. Who are you? Do you seek to hurt me as well?
I don't think I'm going to tell her I'm a witcher. That might freak her out. There's no need to fear me.
Don't be afraid. I want to lift the curse that grips this island. Your turn to tell me who you are. The other ghosts, they couldn't see me.
I'm special. Always was. The rare beauty. The Lord's daughter. These lands, as far as the eye can see, were ours. My family and I, we hid in the Mage's Tower to await the war's end, the end of hard times. It was not to be forever.
The Mage of the Tower, who was he?
Mage who lived here. Who was he?
Alexander? I hardly knew him. He spent most of his time locked away in this tower. He's dead too, you know. They're all dead. Mountains of corpses, yet I stand here alone, all alone. They've all abandoned me. Even he who promised me everlasting love. You will abandon me as well.
If I can lift the curse, you yourself will be free to leave.
What happened here?
Tell me what happened here. Peasants sailed to the island to ask for food. Is that true?
No. They came to rob and kill. They thought us rich, believed we'd stowed ourselves away here to laugh at their misery. Yet we had little food as well. Too little to share with those who came. They slaughtered everyone. I heard my father cry out, but the mage told me not to reveal myself or let anyone in. He gave me a potion. If I was discovered, I was to drink it. He said everything would be all right.
What was the potion?
What kind of potion was it? Remember its smell? What it looked like?
I remember only that I feared to drink it.
Didn't trust the mage?
In the village, they claimed he meddled in disease. Not curing it, but causing it. They said he lured rats into the tower, infected them with the Catriona. Only rumors, surely, but I was afraid. So horribly afraid. And then I heard him. My beloved Graham. He called to me. I opened the door for him, but others rushed in. They lunged at me and...
Your beloved failed to save you. Why?
Your beloved failed to save you. Why?
There were too many. Leave her be, he shouted. He grabbed at them, tried to stop them. They just laughed.
Did they harm you? Do I really want to know the answer to this?
Did they hurt you?
They gripped my arms, tore at my dress. I managed to free myself and drink the potion, and then... nothing.
Poisoned. That how you died?
No, for I later awoke. I was alone, it was dark. Only there were rats everywhere. Dozens. Hundreds. And I couldn't move.
Sleeping potion. Effects hadn't worn off yet. You were paralyzed.
They were everywhere. All over me like insects. My face, my hands. I felt them rip open my skin, then crawl into my stomach.
Oh, that's disgusting.
They tore me apart, and I could not even scream. Have I not suffered enough? Why can't I leave this place?
Can you talk to the other ghosts?
Can you talk to the island's other specters?
No, I'm alone here. The others, they flee when they see me. I know not why. You do not fear me, do you?
No. Used to dealing with ghosts. Though, gotta admit, there's something about you. You're different.
Yeah, I found a fresh corpse in the tower.
You weren't the last to die on this island. Found a fresh corpse in the tower.
The island's a dangerous place. Folk should not venture here. I too wish to leave.
The dead man. Looked like a monster had attacked him, recently. The tower home to anything else?
How am I to know? There's lots of wraiths here. I hear them whispering every night.
Not talking about ghosts. A monster who hunts here. You must have noticed something.
I don't know. I've noticed naught. Why do you ask? Why must you press me so? You're to be my savior, not my tormentor.
That's sketchy. How can I help you?
How can I help you?
A curse born of hatred binds me to this place. Only love's power can hope to lift it. But who could love a wraith?
And your beloved, he dead too?
Graham? No, he lives. I would know if he died. But he fled and abandoned me. Left me here all alone.
Maybe you could strip the curse of its power by forgiving him. You might cleanse the Isle.
Tell me about Graham.
Your beloved. Who is he? A noble son?
No, a poor fisherman. My father objected, strongly. He did not see us together. I miss him so. Each night I walk to the island shore to gaze upon the village. Does he remember me still?
Said before you can't leave the tower.
Did I? You must have misheard.
I don't think so.
I don't know anymore. It's all a nightmare to me.
Actually, I think what she said was that she couldn't leave this place. She may have been referring to the island, not necessarily specifically the tower. Yeah, I think it's safe to say the curse is focused on you.
As I see it, you're the curse's focus. The other ghosts on the island, their auras aren't nearly as strong as yours. My medallion started pulsating as soon as we started talking.
I don't know what you mean, but you do seem to know some things. You could be right. My fate is tied to the Isle, I feel that. Perhaps because I am heiress of these lands.
It could be your blood ties to the land, the base of the curse, that is. If so, forgiving Graham, laying your resentment to rest should lift it.
I loved him. I'm prepared to forgive him. But I must know that he regrets what he did. Take my bones to him. He must bury them. This will be our farewell. Will you speak to him? Will you do this for me?
No. No. If the curse is in your bones and I take the bones off the island, I'll just be moved. No. Besides, I'm just not sure I trust you.
Really sad story, but something's not right. Got a feeling.
What is it?
You're not telling me everything. You know the island's dangerous, but refuse to tell me about the monster that lives here.
There is no monster.
Yeah, something's not right.
I think you're lying. Question is, why? To protect the beast? Or is it that...
Stop! I will not hear this.
I can't help you. Taking anything off this cursed island, from any cursed place, just too dangerous.
Exactly.
And a dead woman's bones, that's asking for trouble.
They said witches are heartless beasts. Will you bring Graham here then? I so long to say goodbye.
Annabelle, listen.
You never wished to help me, and here I have someone would finally take pity on me.
Oh boy. Okay, we need what do we need? Spectre oil. And we need a bit of Yerden. Whoa!
Damn it, gotta catch them.
Oh, rats! Always been. Oh, there she goes. Yeah, fall down the stairs, Geralt. That's smooth. There she goes. Oh, yeah, I'm not going to catch her, am I? Come here, Annabelle. Try this again. Oh, Jesus! Oh.
What was that? It sounded for a moment like you joined the race yourself.
Had to fight a pester.
A pester? And did you learn how to lift the curse before you lunged at her, sword in hand?
Yeah, we talked a bit. Looks like I need to get her beloved to the island. Fisherman named Graham.
I know the man. He lives in Oriton, village on the lakeshore. Find him immediately. We're close to unraveling this. I can feel it.
We are close to unraveling this? Okay, Oriton. We've been there before. Don't steal. The guards don't like it. But if you have no other choice, make sure nobody's watching. Yeah. Don't steal. If I didn't steal, I wouldn't have any money. Although, just as for the record, I only mean that within the confines of the game. Generally speaking, kids, don't steal.
Why have you been following me?
I'm not. What do you want me from Graham?
Just wondering what you want from him. From Graham.
Me? Didn't want nothing. It's his mother be worried about him. Been locked in his hut since he came back from the Isle. Talks to no soul.
You can hardly blame
Love's
him.
misery curdled his brains, I reckon. And this be the witch with freak of nature.
Oh, there he is.
More interesting things from my nose.
Well, he's home at least.
I want to talk.
You're deaf, damn it! I told you. Who are you?
I've been to Fyke Isle.
I've been to the island. I know what happened there.
What do you want of me?
I'm here about Annabelle.
Want to talk to you about Annabelle.
Annabelle? What can you know about her?
I met her. Talked to her.
Annabelle's dead. Drank poison. And I couldn't save her.
Did you love her?
Did you love her?
Aye. Something mad. Loved her so deep I believed we'd come through, believed we'd be together. Of course, it was not to her father's liking. His daughter and a plain lout.
Why don't you tell me what happened on Fyke Isle?
What happened on Fyke Isle? You gotta tell me.
'Twere Millie, Finch and Faulkner. They rallied the men, all roughs, to go to the Isle, take back what was ours from the noble. They knew I was known at the tower, that the Lord's servants would open the gate for me since I sold them fish.
They forced you to go with them?
No, I saw my chance in it. For Annabelle and me to flee. But it all spun in a chaos. Our boys from the village, they started killing everyone. Annabelle, they wanted to rape. First, then she drank the poison. Mage must have gave it her. I ran out the tower hollering that I wanted to die, cursing them all to hell. Don't force me to speak of it. No more, please.
So maybe you're the cause of the curse. What exactly did you say?
Said you were hollering as you fled the tower, the island. What exactly did you say?
I don't remember. I wanted them to pay for what they'd done to her.
Might have cursed them. There's a powerful magic aura on Fyke Isle. Passions, evil intent, strong emotions of any kind can activate it. Your words could be the curse's source.
She took the poison because of them.
I've got good news and bad news for you, mate.
It wasn't poison. Annabelle drank a strong sleeping potion. Mage wanted to protect her, make it look like she was dead. Convinced everyone.
But that means... is she... You said you spoke to her?
Spoke to a ghost. By the time she awoke, tower was full of cold corpses. And rats. She was warm meat. Rats ate her alive.
You mean... she was alive the whole time? But... can't be. She was cold all through like a corpse. I shook her, begged her, open your eyes. I never thought...
Not your fault.
It's not your fault. No guilt in not knowing, and you couldn't know it wasn't poison she drank.
Gods, what have I done? If I had stayed behind to bury her, I didn't notice she was alive. It might have ended different, ended well.
If you'd stayed on the island, I doubt you'd have survived.
I'd take death over leaving her to the rats like that. But there's naught I can do about it now.
Wrong on that count.
You can still help her.
Annabelle needs you. You can help her.
She's still there? In the tower? Can I see her?
Yeah. One thing you should know, though. In death, Annabelle turned into a pesta.
A pester? What's that?
More than a restless ghost. A plague maiden. A powerful wraith filled with grief and hatred that drive her. Give her the power to sow disease and death.
She suffers. How am I to help her? Gods know I'm willing.
Annabelle thinks you've abandoned her.
Annabelle thinks you abandoned her.
Gods! She hates me. And all this time she's thought I ran, abandoned her.
Yes. Go to the tower. Talk to her. Maybe you can convince her that's not how it was.
I thought she died. I'd never left her there otherwise.
Love can shatter the curse's power.
A curse has imprisoned Annabelle and the other spirits on the island. Love can shatter its power, free her and them.
Just as in the legends.
If you know the legends, you know one kiss is enough to break an evil spell. On one condition. That it's a kiss from someone whose love is true.
I told you. I said I love her with all my heart. Take me to her, please.
It's dangerous. There are risks involved. Understand that, don't you?
Of course. I'm no coward. I'll not run this time.
Okay, let's go there now.
Nothing. Let's go.
I'm ready.
Okay, that was a weird end to the conversation.
Let's go to the tower.
Right, now I know we've got a few fights on our hands here, so I'm just going to up my spectre oil. And make sure I've got Jurgen selected, which I do. You coming, Graham? Come on. I assume he's going to follow in a minute. Oh, I don't need Jurgen. Oh, you did come up.
Last I came through here, I still hoped Annabelle and me weren't impossible. We could have been together, and now she's dead. And it's my fault. If only I'd been able to protect her.
Can't change the past, but you can still help Annabelle to move on, to rest in peace.
It's terrifying here. It's too quiet.
Chop, chop. Speed up. Let's get this over with.
I remember the screams. Inhuman they were. Now it's silent. They're dead. All dead.
Don't think about that. Keep walking.
I was going to say, you're not going to do yourself any favours by wallowing in it. But then again, I suppose you've been wallowing in it for quite some time already, haven't you? Alright, we're nearly there. I'm purposely not running, partially because I don't want to fall down holes like that. Partially because I don't know that Graham's particularly good at keeping up. Yeah, I wasn't wrong. Where the hell is he? There he is. Really not in a rush to get this over and done with, are you? Alright, come in, mate. Good luck.
You have not forgotten. You've returned for me.
Is that?
Don't you recognize me? It's me, Annabelle. The one you abandoned, remember?
Annabelle, I was sure you was dead. If I'd known otherwise, I'd never have left you. I'd do anything for you. I would. You know that well. Believe me, I beg you.
Prove it. Kiss me.
Graham, careful.
To his credit, he's not hesitating, is he? Good man, turn your back. Oh, that's not necessary.
At last.
The curse is lifted, and Graham and Annabelle are reunited.
And ironically, I guess Graham's body is now going to be left there to be eaten by rats. Exit's over here, isn't it? Right, we just went up another level. Woohoo! This time, I think I will go with Sun and Stars. During the day, vitality. Try that again. During the day, vitality regenerates by an additional 10 points per second when not in combat. At night, stamina regenerates by an additional 1 point per second during combat. So, yes. You shall definitely take that. Tell Keira you've lifted the curse on Fyke Isle. Right, so we've got to get out of here. Ooh. That sounded like it hurt. Wait, don't fall down the hole. And we're out into the rain. Alright, let's fast travel straight to Keira. Oh, I'm going the wrong way, aren't I? There she is. Actually, you know what? I think at this point I'm going to take a break. And when we come back, we'll tell Keira what's happened at the island and see what we got to do next. Hope you've enjoyed what you've seen so far. Click the like button if you have. Leave a comment below. Subscribe if you haven't already. Click on the bell so you're notified of the next episode being uploaded. And I will speak to you soon. Bye for now.